Hello, my green stars. This is the Absurdi-TY show. We're back at it again with another video. If you like this video, please like, share, subscribe, and let's get right into this. So, I've been reading this article, which is surprising to me. Well, actually, not that surprising, where it shows the civil unrest of these rioters going around to city, just burning up things over people that died due to their own actions. According to this article, it says from the data, 48 of America's 50 largest cities were hit by Black Lives Matter riots. And it's just crazy how people are just so quick to riot, and we just want to know, when is it going to end? When is it going to stop? Are they going to just continuously just do these things just to do it? Like, it's just weird how people are just dying, getting beat up and shot and killed over some people that are criminals. Jacob Blake was a criminal. He was trying to stab the police officers. He was being called on by the police officers because he stole his wife's car keys, because he wasn't supposed to be there. But nobody wants to talk about that, as well as any other person or that been through these situations. You know, luckily he was able to live, but it is what it is at this point. Like, they're just destroying small businesses. I saw how in another article how there was this girl who was caught, and she was destroying businesses up in the Upper West Side of New York, preferably around the Times Square area, where she was just hitting storefronts, destroying their glass windows and stuff. And it's just crazy, like, how people are like championing this girl, you know, and championing people who wants to riot, to loot, to steal. At this point, BLM stand for Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. It really doesn't though. There's like a saying, like, for, I know the L and the M stands for loot and murder. Burn, loot, and murder. At this point, that's what I think. There you go, burn, loot, and murder. And you know, we're just continuously just doing these things for no reason. Like, why? It makes no sense to burn up businesses that have nothing to do with the issues with police officers. If you have issues with the officers, take it up with them. Don't take it off with these people's small businesses who insurance companies probably won't be able to cover all the damages, you know. And I just don't understand how everybody is just unaware, or they just don't care about these people's lives, you know. A lot of people build up these businesses from the ground up, and since you destroy that, you basically destroy their livelihood. You destroy their family riches, their family wealth, you know. And it's just sad how we're just continuously just endorsing it. The media just don't care. They're still promoting it throughout the NBA, throughout other sports leagues, and it's just not an American thing. Like, if you're destroying things, you're beating up people, you're causing fires. It's just sad. Like, especially with the recent one in Rochester with Daniel Prude. You know, he was on drugs. They put it's called a spit hood, where basically it prevents people from being spat on. You just put like a mesh hood on top of the person. They're still able to breathe on it. They're still able to live. And it's like he basically died from asphyxiation a week later, and nobody wants to talk about that. But yeah, I just want to just talk about this small thing, you know. It's just crazy. Like, how long can we deal with this? Like, it's gonna be a time where it's gonna happen to your city if it's not touched. It's already touched Manhattan. I just hope it doesn't reach towards Brooklyn. You know, Brooklyn's my home, and I'm not trying to deal with all that. So, in more than 93% of all the demonstrations connected to the movement, demonstrators have not engaged in violence or destructive activity. Peaceful protests are reported in over 2,400 distinct locations around the country. Violent demonstrations, meanwhile, have been limited to fewer than 220 locations, under 10% of the areas that experience peaceful protests. That's a lot. Again, the mainstream media is trying to just perpetuate this BS. Even this article calls it out. Mainstream media, excuse me for that word transition. Mainstream media seized on the data last week to argue that the Trump narrative of violent demonstration was false. The study itself speculated that public perceptions of the rioters were skewed by political orientation and biased media framing and disproportionate coverage of violent demonstrations. Yeah, basically just the public's perception of it is like, oh, they're peaceful. It's only the small few. Sorry about that noise in the background. Just ignore it. But yeah, they're saying that it's just these few, but it's really a lot of people just getting destroyed. And again, all because quote unquote an unarmed black man or black person was shot and killed unjustifiably, and that's not true. And it's just stupid, you know. Like, why are you guys just doing this for? And yeah, this article just continuously talks about the public's perception. You know, these things are just showing one side of this radical. I won't even call it a movement. These terrorists, these radical terrorists, just destroying up cities, and it's just the mainstream media isn't showing that. You know, we got to try to give out the best news as possible. We got to show that journalistic integrity to show the truth no matter what it is. And I just don't like how we're only showing one side of the story. Like, there's two sides of the story. In some cases, three is their side, my side, and the truth. You get the truth from both perspectives, and you combine it to one to see what really matters. And it's just crazy. Like, more, if this continues and these mayors are allowing it, it's gonna cause a certain point where people won't go outside their homes, and people will be afraid of black people. Actually, that honestly, these movements are making a negative light on the certain groups of people, and that's gonna negatively affect other people in the future. And even though these groups are majority white, it still tries to perpetuate that saying of black lives. And it's like, if you're gonna march, why not march for black on black crime? Why not march for the divorce rate, and how the divorce system is just unjustifiably towards men? You know, why don't we march for more fathers to be in the home? Over almost 80% of homes now are full of single mother homes, and it's like, where's the fathers at? We need these fathers to help teach these kids about lessons, about growing up, about moving around, how to do certain things, how to be the man of the house, so that way they can teach their kids, and so on and so on. And it's just sad how so many years ago, about 60 years ago, it was the opposite, where we had all those family structures, where we had the father in the home, where we had these strong leaders being brought up and being taught what and what not to do. And I just hope that we just get to that point in time one day. But again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, thank you so much. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And deuces.